Leo, I have a confession. I'm not scared of traveling or ordering food, but walking into a professional interview in English, that makes my heart race.
You're not alone, Maria. Using English at work isn't just about vocabulary. It's about confidence and tone.
Exactly. How do I sound professional without sounding like a textbook? How do I sell my skills without sounding arrogant?
That's exactly what we're tackling today. We're going from the job interview to your first meeting, showing you the phrases that actually get people hired.
And just like last time, we've put all the office essentials into a free career cheat sheet you can download at the end.
Ready to level up? Let's get to work.
Leo, I've practiced my About Me 10 times, but every time I start, I feel like I'm reading a grocery list of my past jobs. It feels so dry.
That's because you're giving them a history lesson, Maria. An interview isn't a history lesson. It's a movie trailer. You need to show them the highlights of why you're the hero of their story. When they say, "Tell me about yourself," they don't want to know where you went to primary school. Use the present, past, future model. Present, what are you doing right now? Example, I am currently a project coordinator focusing on. Past, what is one major win from your last job? Example, in my previous role, I spearheaded a transition to. Future, why are you here? Example, I'm looking to leverage my experience in a more global environment like. Company name.
Oh, so instead of I worked at X for 5 years, I say I spent 5 years honing my skills in X, which led to a 20% increase in efficiency.
Exactly. You're connecting the dots for them. What about the dreaded, what is your greatest weakness? If I say I'm a perfectionist, they'll roll their eyes. If I say I'm messy, they won't hire me. The secret isn't the weakness, it's the pivot. You need to show that you are self-aware and proactive. In the past, I struggled with. I realized that I needed to improve my. To address this, I started using tool or method. Now, I find that I am much more. For example, in the past, I struggled with public speaking. To address this, I joined a local speaking group, and now I feel much more confident presenting my data to a team.
What do I do when they say, tell me about a time you failed or tell me about a conflict? Those are so hard to answer on the spot.
Use the STAR method. It's your compass for every story you tell. S, situation, set the scene briefly. Where were you? T, task, what was the challenge or goal? A, action, this is the most important. What did you specifically do? R, result, what happened in the end? Use numbers if possible.
So I shouldn't say we fixed the problem. I should say I identified the communication gap, then implemented a weekly check-in, which reduced errors by 15%.
Perfect. We is for the office. I is for the interview. Never end an interview by saying, I have no questions. That's like finishing a date and saying, I have nothing else to say to you.
True. So what should I ask to sound like a leader?
You should ask about the future and the culture. What does success look like for this role in the first 6 months? How does the team handle feedback and professional growth? What is the biggest challenge the department is currently facing?
These make me sound like I'm already part of the team. I love it. Leo, there he is. Mr. Tanaka. He's looking at his watch. If I just say, hello, I am Maria, it feels too simple. If I say, I am honored to begin my tenure, I'll sound like a robot.
Relax, Maria. On day 1, people don't want a speech. They want clarity and enthusiasm. Use the bridge introduction. Connect who you are to what you are doing here. The formula, greeting, plus name, plus role, plus small action goal. Hi, Mr. Tanaka. I'm Maria. I'm joining the team as the new junior designer. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into the project name this week.
Getting stuck into? That sounds messy.
It's a great idiom. It means to start something with energy and focus. It shows you aren't just here to sit at a desk, you're here to contribute.
What if he starts giving me instructions and I don't understand half of the technical terms? I don't want to look like I lied on my CV.
Never say, I don't understand. It's a dead end. Instead, use active clarification. You aren't admitting failure, you're ensuring quality. Use the professional understanding phrases. Could you walk me through the process for... Just to align on the expectations, you want me to... Could you expand on what you meant by technical term? I want to make sure I'm on the right track. Should I focus on X or Y first? If you ask to be aligned, it sounds like you're a strategist, not a confused student.
Okay, but what about the kitchen? I went to get water and a coworker was there. We just stood there in silence. It was painful.
Small talk is the oil that keeps the office machine running. Don't ask deep personal questions. Stick to the 3 R's: recent, routine, and recommendations. Recent. Did you catch the event or news this weekend? Routine. Is it always this busy on Tuesdays? Recommendations. I'm still exploring the area. Do you have a favorite lunch spot nearby? People love giving advice. Before you leave on your first Friday, do a mini review with your manager. It shows you were proactive.
What do I say? Did I do a good job?
No. Use forward-looking language. I've finished the onboarding tasks. Is there anything specific you'd like me to prioritize for Monday morning? Or, I really enjoyed learning about the project this week. Thanks for the support.
It's like I'm managing them as much as they are managing me. Leo, I've been staring at this action plan for an hour. I need to ask the lead designer for a change, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or demanding things.
In an office, Maria, you don't demand. You suggest solutions. It's the difference between being a problem creator and a problem solver. When you see a mistake or a better way to do something, use collaborative language. The mistake, this won't work. The professional pivot, I was looking at the timeline and I'm concerned about the task. What if we tried solution instead?
Oh, so I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just offering a what if.
Exactly. Use phrases like, have we considered? I'm wondering if it might be more efficient to... From a design perspective, I'd suggest this.
What if I'm the one who messed up? I sent an email with the wrong attachment this morning. I felt so unprofessional.
Everyone makes mistakes. The pro way to handle it is the AAA rule. Acknowledge, apologize briefly, and action. Don't say, I'm so sorry, I'm so stupid, I'm so sorry. Too much emotion. Do say, my apologies, I attached the wrong file. Attached is the correct version. I've double-checked the links to ensure everything is set.
So keep it short, fix it, and move on.
Exactly. Focus on the fix, not the feeling.
My coworkers are so nice, but they keep coming to my desk to chat while I'm trying to finish this report. How do I tell them to go away politely?
You need to set soft boundaries. You can be friendly and firm. The soft but kind phrases. I'd love to chat about this, but I'm on a tight deadline right now. Can we touch base at 4 p.m.? Or, I'm in the middle of a deep work block. Let's catch up over lunch. I want to give this my full attention. Can I get back to you in an hour? Use the word bandwidth. It's a very common office term. I don't have the bandwidth for a chat right now, but let's circle back later. At the end of the project, don't wait for them to ask you how it went. Circle back with a summary.
Like a final report?
Even simpler, a quick email or check-in using result-oriented language. The project is wrapped up. We managed to result. I've finalized the drafts. They are ready for your review. Or, I'm happy to report that we are ahead of schedule.
Deep breath. Leo, Director Sato is joining the call in 2 minutes. My hands are shaking. What if I lose my train of thought? Or worse, what if there's a technical glitch and I panic?
First, remember, the screen is your friend. In a virtual meeting, you have your notes right in front of you. Director Sato doesn't want a perfect performance. He wants results. At the start, don't just sit there in silence waiting for him to speak. Lead the tech check. It shows you are in control of the environment. The intro, good morning, Director Sato. Can you hear and see me clearly? The transition, great. Since we have a tight schedule, I'll jump right into the presentation. I'm going to share my screen now.
Jump right into. I like that. It sounds energetic. I have 3 big points to make. How do I keep him from getting bored or confused?
Use signposting. These are verbal road signs that tell the listener where you are in the story. The signposting phrases, starting, I'd like to begin by outlining the moving on. That covers the first point. Now let's turn our attention to highlighting. I want to draw your attention to this specific chart. Summarizing. To wrap up, the main takeaway is...
So I'm basically narrating the journey of the meeting.
Exactly. It keeps the director aligned with your logic.
What if he interrupts and asks, why is the budget so high? And I don't have the exact number in my head.
Don't guess, and don't say, I don't know. Use a buying time phrase. The formula, validate the question, plus professional delay, plus action. Maria's script, that's a valid point, director. I don't have the specific breakdown in front of me, but let me look into that, and I'll get back to you by the end of the day.
Let me look into that sounds so much better than I forgot.
In a meeting with 5 people, someone will eventually talk over you. You need to reclaim the floor politely.
I usually just stop talking and feel sad.
No. Use assertive politeness. If I could just finish my point. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that, but just to conclude what I was saying. I'll be happy to take questions at the end of this section. When the meeting ends, don't just say, bye. Summarize the action items.
Like a to-do list?
Yes. It ensures the meeting wasn't a waste of time. Just to recap, I will finalize the drafts and Leo will handle the task. I'll send a follow-up email with the meeting minutes shortly. Thank you for your input, everyone. This was very productive.
Smiling. That went better than I thought. But now Director Sato just sent me a message saying, let's connect on LinkedIn and touch base next week. Leo, I don't know what to write in a LinkedIn request. Is hi, I'm Maria enough?
In the professional world, Maria, your digital handshake is just as important as your presentation. You want to be memorable, but brief. When connecting with a senior leader or a new colleague, never send a blank request. Add a context note. The formula, reminder of where you met, shared interest or value, low-pressure closing. Hi, Director Sato. It was a pleasure presenting the project name to you today. I really appreciated your insight on the budget. I'd love to stay connected here.
Insight, that's a good word. It sounds much more professional than just advice. I need to send the meeting minutes we talked about. How do I make sure people actually read them and don't just archive the email?
Use the TLDR method. Busy people scan, they don't read. The email structure, subject line, must be specific. Example, action items at project name meeting March 6th. The greeting, keep it professional. Hi team or Dear Director Sato. The summary, use bullet points for takeaways. The closing, please let me know if I've missed anything. Looking forward to our next steps. If you use bullet points, you're respecting their time. That makes you a high-value colleague.
One more thing. During the call, there were 3 other people I didn't know. They were talking about CCing people and looping in others. I felt a bit out of the loop.
Ah, the office slang. Let's break those down. They are prepositional idioms. CC me on that. Put me in the carbon copy section of the email so I can see it. Loop me in. Include me in the conversation or project. Circle back. Talk about this again later. Take this offline. This topic is too specific for this big meeting. Let's talk about it privately later.
So if a meeting is going too long, I can say, maybe we should take this offline to save everyone's time?
Exactly. You'll be the most popular person in the room for saying that.
What if someone sends me a message on Slack that sounds a bit rude, like, where is the report?
Digital text has no tone. Usually people are just in a hurry. Don't match their energy. Use the de-escalation mirror. The response, hi, I'm currently finalizing the last details. I'll have it over to you by 3 p.m. Thanks for your patience.
You're right. If I stay professional, it forces them to stay professional too.
Leo, I've been here for 6 months. I've hit all my targets, and I'm taking on more work than ever. I want to ask for a promotion, but the thought of talking about money and English makes me want to hide under this table.
Talking about money isn't greedy, Maria. It's business English. If you don't advocate for yourself, who will? You just need the value-first framework. During your review, don't just say, "I worked hard." Use impact verbs. The formula: instead of "I did," use "I achieved," "I implemented," or "I streamlined." Over the last 6 months, I have streamlined our reporting process, which saved the team 5 hours a week. I've also exceeded my sales targets by 10%.
Streamlined. I like that. It sounds much more professional than made it faster. But how do I actually bring up the raise? Do I just say, "I want more money"?
No. You frame it as a market adjustment. You aren't asking for a gift, you are asking for the fair value of your work. The negotiation phrases: based on my contributions and the current market rate, I'd like to discuss a salary adjustment. I'm very committed to my future here, and I'd like my compensation to reflect the added responsibilities I've taken on. Is there room for flexibility in the budget for a salary increase? If they say no for now, don't get angry. Ask for a roadmap. What specific milestones do I need to hit to reach this level in the next 6 months?
What if they criticize me? What if Director Sato says I need to improve my technical skills? I'll feel so embarrassed.
Feedback is a gift, even if it's wrapped in a tough conversation. Use the growth mindset response. Don't say, "I'm sorry, I'll try harder." Do say, "I appreciate that constructive feedback. I see this as an opportunity for growth. Could we set up a plan for me to develop these specific skills?"
So I turned the criticism into a collaboration plan.
And finally, sometimes the career climb means moving to a new mountain. If you ever leave, you must resign with grace.
How do I say I'm leaving without sounding like a traitor?
Focus on the future, not the exit. I've decided to pursue a new opportunity that aligns with my long-term goals. I'm so grateful for the opportunities I've had here at company name. I want to ensure a smooth transition. How can I best hand over my current projects?
Smooth transition. That ensures I don't burn any bridges. Leo, I have a problem. My team is being asked to work through the weekend on a project that wasn't even ours. I want to say no, but I don't want to sound like I'm not a team player.
That's the hardest part of professional life, Maria. Setting boundaries. In English, we call this pushing back. You aren't being difficult, you are protecting the quality of the work. When you disagree with a request, don't focus on your feelings, focus on the impact. The mistake: "I can't do this, it's too much work." The professional pivot: "I'm concerned that taking this on right now might compromise the quality of our primary project. Can we look at the workload distribution together?"
Compromise the quality. That sounds like I'm trying to help the company, not just get out of work. The boundary phrases: "I'd like to help, but my current capacity is full." Is this a top priority, or can it wait until Monday? To ensure we meet our current deadlines, I think it's best if we delegate this to another team. What about when coworkers start gossiping? Someone tried to tell me a secret about Mr. Tanaka today, and I didn't know how to exit the conversation.
Use the neutral pivot. You acknowledge they spoke, but you don't add fuel to the fire. "Oh, I hadn't heard that. Anyway, did you see the update on the new design specs?" Or, "I prefer to stay out of those kinds of discussions. I'm just focused on getting this report done."
Stay out of. Simple and clear. Sometimes the career climb is exhausting. How do I tell my manager I'm feeling overwhelmed without sounding weak?
We live in a world that values sustainability. A good manager wants you to stay healthy so you can keep working well. Use diagnostic language. The formula: describe the symptom, plus state the need, plus suggest a solution. I've been feeling a bit stretched thin lately. To keep my performance high, I'd like to take a few days of PTO to recharge.
Stretched thin describes it perfectly.
And finally, sometimes you see something that feels wrong, like a safety issue or a lie. You must speak up. We call this flagging an issue.
That sounds scary.
Use inquiry-based language. You aren't accusing, you are asking for clarification. I noticed a discrepancy in the numbers here. Could we double-check this to make sure we're being compliant? Or, I want to make sure we're aligned with the company's values on this project.
We've gone from the interview to the office to the meetings and finally to the long-term balance. I feel like I finally have a voice in English.
That was the goal, Maria. English isn't just a language, it's a tool for your freedom.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us through this Mega-Masterclass. Don't just learn English, use it to build the life you want.
We believe in you. Happy learning.
Learning English for your career is a journey, not a sprint. Take it one phrase at a time. You've got this.
Goodbye.
Bye.